Joining us now is Noemi Cayabyab, Captain and Spokesperson of the Philippine Coast Guard. Captain, thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, good morning, Sir Angela and Ma'am Angela.
All right, Captain, I heard na may mga recent discoveries about yung possible causes and lapses nitong ferry, no? Ano po yung mga updates doon?
Well, as to the possible causes and contribution po nitong pagkakalubog ng MV Tricia, ongoing po ang ating investigations, although we acknowledge, Sir Angelo, yung mga informations and statement na nakukuha po natin sa mga pasahero.
All right, and may ano daw balita, Captain, na yung life vests or life jacket or safety devices were padlocked.
Well, kasama rin po yan, Sir Angelo, sa investigations po natin. We are not discounting all those speculations po. So gumugulo naman po ang ating investigasyon ngayon.
Can you also provide us, Captain, nung initial investigation na result po kung ano po yung possible and doon po sa ongoing search, no, doon po sa mismong barko para po mas malaman natin yung pinaka-cause ng paglubog?
Well, as to the cause po, nabanggit po natin kanina, ongoing pa rin po ang ating search and rescue operations at we also deploy our technical divers and even yung remotely operated vehicle. So, we are checking, no? Kaya po ang reason ng ating deployment ng technical divers is to check po yung barko na lumubog kasi there may be a possibility of trapped individuals inside and makikita rin po natin once na na-locate na rin po natin itong barko is yung possible cause po netong incidenteng ito. And again, we will be factoring in at the same time, Ma'am Angela, yung mga statement po ng mga pasahero. So we also receive different speculations po. Again, we will not be discounting those informations and definitely it will be all form part of the investigation. So ongoing pa rin po ang ating SAR operation. At the same time, yung investigation po.
Yung sa operation po natin, ma'am, as of now po, it's still search and rescue pa rin po?
Yes, tama po kayo, Ma'am Angela. Search and rescue pa rin at we will not downgrade into retrieval hanggang meron pa po tayong possibility na makakita pa rin po. At ang ginagawa naman po ng Philippine Coast Guard, we are also in close coordination with the local government units kasi ito pong past days, yung mga recovered bodies po ay nakikita po natin sa shoreline. So there may be a possibility of some individuals na buhay po. So we're still in high hopes. Although at present, 40 po ang ating reported fatalities po.
Eh, kamusta na po yung conditions ngayon sa area kung saan ginagawa po yung recovery operations?
Based po doon sa report ng ating mga technical divers ay medyo malakas po yung current. So isa po yan sa nakikita po nating challenge for the diving operation. At the same time, yung pag-deploy po ng ating ROV.
Okay, and according to the Marina daw, Captain, possible itong yung Kirsten 3, MV Tricia Kirsten 3, a replacement daw yon vessel. That was not the original vessel daw na nakaschedule dapat bumahe.
For that day.
Yes, Sir Angelo. We also included in our investigation po. Again, ito naman pong full-blown investigation, a directive po ng ating secretary. We are in coordination po with Marina. So lahat po yan ay kasama po sa mga kinoconsider po natin for the investigation.
Captain, ito pong yung Seaman First Class, Hadjail, no, ng PCG, ang kanya pong katawan ay recovered na rin po at na-inform naman po yung kanyang mga pamilya regarding this. Can you tell us more about it?
Yes, tama po kayo. Kahapon, we were able to recover 3 bodies at kasama nga po itong aming kasamahan na si Seaman First Alcaizar Hadjail. So, we turned them over sa pamilya po kahapon din at ang naging testimony rin po ng ibang mga pasahero. That's why we regard him as a hero dahil based on the testimony, yung time po na reported itong distress ay isa po si Seaman First Hadjail na tumulong po at nagbigay ng instruction sa ibang pasahero kung ano po ang gagawin. So again, despite of this distress, pinili pa rin po ni Seaman First Hadjail ang tumulong sa kapwa. Isa pong karakteristik at disiplina po ng pagiging Coast Guard. So, we salute this, our fallen personnel po, si Seaman First Hadjail.
Pero ma'am, there were reports daw po na ang pamilya po nito ni Seaman First Class Hadjail ay hindi daw po kaagaran nakakakuha ng update mula po sa inyo.
Yes, nagkaroon na rin po tayo, Ma'am Angela, ng pakikipag-ugnayan at based naman po sa mga report ng ating Coast Guard District Southwestern Mindanao, the time po na report itong insidente na ito ay nakapag-coordinate na po tayo kaagad sa pamilya, particularly po sa brother and sa spouse po nitong ating kasamahan. So, as of yesterday po, maganda naman po ang ating coordination and we provided po yung tinatawag po nating Survivor Petty Officer para tugunan po at asistahan itong mga pamilya pagdating po sa claims and support po na makukuha nila dito kay Seaman First Hadjail po.
Right. Captain, meron din also reported po na may possibility na may mga pasahero po doon sa MV Trisha Kirsten 3 na hindi po included sa manifesto. How true is that?
Yes, kasama po yan sa investigation po natin. We received that information. We acknowledge that information. Kaya ang ginagawa po ngayon ng Philippine Coast Guard, we are also checking with the PDRRMO dahil again, may mga survivor and may mga recovered bodies po tayo na wala sa manifesto. So there may be a possibility na umalis po itong barko na ito ay may mga pasahero po na nasa manifesto pero hindi sumakay. Or wala po sa manifesto pero sumakay. So we are not discounting all those speculations and informations, but definitely this will form part of the investigation.
Right, Captain. There was a report daw that another incident, a maritime incident daw, was reported off Basilan. May update po tayo dito?
Yes, kanina po, no, Sir Angelo, we received a distress call from Motor Launch AS Express 2. So nagkataon naman po itong isang barko rin po natin na nagsasagawa ng search and rescue operation for MV Trisha ay nasa area po. So we received that information and we immediately deploy po itong ating BRP to Bataha. So at present po, Sir Angelo, papunta na rin po itong barko na ito, itong ating na-rescue. Lulan po nito ang total of 225 at tinutow na rin po natin ngayon papunta po sa Zamboanga for this embarkation po ng mga pasahero.
So far, accounted for yung mga pasahero and wala naman casualties.
Yes, wala pong casualty at
Good.
dahil na rin po sa mabilis po na tugon ng ating Philippine Coast Guard vessel. So ito po initially, based sa report po is galing po sa Bangingi, Sulu, papunta po sa Zamboanga. So again, yung timely and the prompt render po ng report, ito po isa talagang malaking factor for this efficient and prompt response din po ng ating barko.
Going back po dun sa MV Trisha Kirsten 3 no, incident, ano po ba yung nagiging parang proseso ng PCG kapag kayo po ay nakaka-recover ng mga bodies po off the sea para po ma-inform, of course, yung pamilya nila, ma-identify if that's the family member na hinahanap po nila?
Well, may two process po tayo, considerations for identification. Unang-una po, Ma'am Angela, most of the recovered bodies po ay meron pa po mga identification card no, na nakasama po sa katawan po nila. So madali pong identification nun. Pangalawa, kung wala naman pong ID or pagkakakilanlan ito sa marirecover po natin, we turn them over po sa PDRRMO. And then yung PDREMO naman po ay ita-transfer po sila sa PNP SOCO for proper identification. So yun po yung mga ways natin para malaman po ang pagkakakilanlan nito mga nare-recover po natin. And that's the time po that the families will be informed.
Well, I understand that nakafocus po talaga tayo ngayon sa search and rescue as much as possible and the investigation is still on the way para nga po malaman natin kung ano yung pinaka-cause ng paglubog ng barko na ito. But I was wondering kung meron po ba kayong timeline no, to achieve no, yung mismong investigation. Magkaroon na po ng kasagutan sa mga tanong.
Well, pagdating po sa investigation, Ma'am Angela, we were given by the Secretary of Department of Transportation of 15 days. So yun po ang ibinigay sa ato. So definitely mas bibilisan po natin yung pagkasagawa ng investigation na to. Ang objective na naman po talaga nito is hindi na po mangyari ang mga insidenteng ito at again to institutionalize po yung policy reforms po natin at mga revision. So definitely exerting naman po ang ating efforts dito to expedite the investigation at the same time habang gumugulong po ang ating search and rescue operation.
Alright, thank you for that. Noemi Cayabyab, Captain and Spokesperson of the Philippine Coast Guard.